Hey, what's up everyone? Finally the weekend, and then we can play as much Gwent as we like. Alright, so I actually recently got to 4K MMR, feels good. Just let you prove it a little bit here. You can actually check my Twitch, and well, I'll see if I can post a game that I reached 4K MMR with. So right now the leaderboard, I'm at 4K 50. Amazing, feels good. Now is definitely the prime time, okay? Prime time that we gotta deal with this. Gotta rank up, right? So here's our deck, right? Let's go back at it again. I actually make all these premiums, okay? Because I love this deck so much. And I have so much scraps, right? So might as well, get a little bit entertainment, some SM action here. Tris, all the good cards I make them into premiums. Well, not the good cards, like the cards I like the girls, and this guy. Okay, anyways, so let's get to the deck. This is a very good deck against monsters mostly, because you can remove so many units and then get Bloody Baron to extremely high strength, like 20 plus, okay? Depending how many times you kill those stupid monsters, right? So all these cards except for V3 and Bloody Baron, and Sarah, and these two, right? Everything is almost designed to kill a lot of cards, right? So you want to try to. It's a very control oriented, and I'm all about that control. And a lot of people, I mean, some people actually run this deck. It's not like super well, it is uncommon, like where I am on the ladder, which is why it's performing very well. But a lot of other variations, they would use Yennefer instead of Triss. But I personally think Triss is actually better, because Yennefer is more situation. It's very good against monsters, but you're already so good against monsters that you don't need it, right? So yeah, not so sure if there's too much to talk about in this deck, but apart from the fact that usually how I like to play it is play this guy round 2, and we only have one card for round 3. That's what I like to play. But sometimes, like, you just see the situation. Sometimes you want to leave this card and one more card in round 3, so you got one and another card and Villain Trettenberg. Yeah, so it depends on what you want to do, but the whole point of this deck is to win round 1, which you most likely am going to win round 1. I'm just gonna say that. Round 2, you just milk them as much as possible. Just keep milking. And then round 3, Bloody Baron. So easy. Well, it's actually not that easy. Well, none of these decks are like super difficult to autopilot at this very moment. I feel this one still has more skills than, say, the Skellige, right? Or like monsters. Because the monster, if it's not like control archetype, most of the opponents, they have like a game plan. It's like, okay, I have to play these cards first, and then I play this card, and then this card. But for us, we like to play the control, the reactive kind of deck. Alright, so I think I've been talking way too long. Let's just get right into gameplay. I'm actually going to, record over the video so I can get better commentary. Okay, thank you for watching. Oh, okay, actually, never mind. I forgot to show you guys the win rate. So here's the win rate, so you can have a look. Pretty good. Just terrible against Skellige. That's it. Okay, so for real this time, let's get right into gameplay. How's it going? And yeah, today we're just going to show you how I got to 4K MMR. It's actually a very good experience playing as Radovid. We have always been a very control-oriented player. And Radovid is just like at top of its game. It's almost like a throwback to the closed beta Radovid when it was really good. And today, we'll be showing you some. I'll be showing you some very good gameplay because it's, as I said, leading up to my 4K MMR, and we get to play against some of the more prevalent archetypes. The first one is going to be consume monsters, the one right here, and then we're gonna have weather monsters. Finally ending with I believe is 4K, not 4K, 40 card deck, the Northern Realms one. So as you can see here, the good thing about Triss Marigold is that you can open with Tala without having a problem, because you can play Tala. If they open pass on you, you can play Triss Marigold to catch up, which is what I really like about this deck. Yeah, so I actually recorded over the video here, the one you see right now, because there's some music, right? You know how it is with like YouTube, right? I was listening to some music that is not Witcher music, but if you have Witcher music, like CDPR actually does not like go on YouTube to block all the music, so it's very nice. It's very nice of them. So as you can see here, we're down by so many cards. We know that if we play one card here, he's gonna pass, right? So this is a situation. Do we want to just pass here or no? But I think to win round 1, we can afford to go 2 cards down. It's fine in this deck, and that's what we're gonna go. We're gonna do. So we're gonna play 2 cards. I know you can see our face. We're not feeling very good. We don't really want to do that. You never want to do that. Go 2 cards down. But because Bloody Baron, the mechanics, right? If we don't go 2 cards down to win this round, they're gonna milk us for the final round. I mean, for the second round. If they milk us for the second round, I mean, there's a very high chance we're gonna get too old, because we're probably just going to put Baron back in the deck, so we don't have any firepower at all. I mean, there are certain situations where you can play a lot of cards on round 2, and then you can take Bloody Baron out with like a Sarah or something. But to be honest, that is not very good. Then you lose your win condition for the final round. So that's not good. That's a lose-lose situation. So here, because we have reinforcement, we can actually keep Bloody Baron in hand. It's actually pretty good. But I don't know what happens when you use Sarah. Okay, what if I use Sarah on a gold card, but we don't have anything to draw, right? That would feel really bad. Maybe we just don't draw anything. Please let me know if anyone knows what happens when we do that. When we play Sarah, say we have already 4 gold cards, and then we play Sarah on our Bloody Baron. Dude, like, does that even happen? Like, can that happen or not? Or maybe it just does not allow us to do it. I don't know. That would be really awkward. So now it's important we get all the weathers down real early. If you want to like unweather, use his the anti-weather mage. I mean, we can allow him to do it. It's fine. I mean, weather has already done its job. It's just to put a lot of pressure on the opponent anyways, which is very nice. So I don't think he has it. Just why he's doing this. I mean, 2 weathers is a very good sign. You should just like, if you have 2 weathers on you, I think you should just, you know, clear the skies. It's fine. It's value, right? Alright, so at this point in time, we probably go with a Triss. Yeah, it's the most reasonable play. We want to use our Radovid on Necker, if at all possible. Yep. It's very debatable what we do now. But we have to keep in mind this most likely going to be Grave Hack, okay? But what we really want him to do is play Grave Hack this round. Might actually do this very good. So of course we go for the Thunder. Thunder on the Spider is always good. That is strange. Sometimes our... Oh, never mind. Alright, so now what do we do? Now the decision is whether we want to play Meta Bracket or do we want to Scorch. I don't think there's a point of Scorching right now. I don't know why people are just hesitating so much. They should know immediately what is the highest strength, right? Alright. So we go for the Meta Bracket. We're probably gonna go Scorch next card. Because if we do a Scorch next card, I mean, it's more than likely his next card is going to be 5 strength or more. So we're not going to lose too much value doing this Scorch here. So this still feels good. Everything is still feeling good. As long as our Scorch hits their target, it's fine. So see, that's a good one. So now, of course, we have to play Radovid. Although we want to play on a Necker, but at this point, it doesn't even matter. It's just too much strength. So that is still 11 strength worth of Radovid, which is very nice. 11 strength worth of damage is always good enough. Especially when you can get the Scorch off as well, on top of that. It's highly unlikely at this point in time that he has a Spy. Usually people don't play the Spy so late. I mean, it would be smart for them to do that, but I highly doubt it. Consume, I think, do not play the Spy as much compared to like Weather. I'm not so sure if that's a good play by him. Maybe he could have done the Grave Hack. I think if he played Grave Hack here, it would have been better. Instead of the, yeah, could have played Grave Hack. Let's see if he made a mistake here. Actually, no, he made the right move. It was very calculated. If he only played the Grave Hack, it would not have been enough anyways. That's good, that's good. So he's one card ahead of us, but he lost his Grave Hack, so that's why I have the 26 strength, and just like in his face, 26 strength. It's like better than a T-board because he doesn't even draw a card. It's crazy. But this is very crazy too. He gets a 22 strength. That is very crazy. I haven't seen that card for like super long. Let it be so. But yeah, we beat him by 4 strength. It was a close match. This is actually not, we're not like amazing in this matchup, but I guess we are. I mean, we do have a very good win rate against monsters. That's the whole point. Because right now, monster is most prevalent, so. Alright, so we're getting into the next game. We're doing some stretches or some dancing. I'm not really sure. Next game would be a monster. This is actually the game right after. But I made some premium cards, I think, so. I didn't want to, you know, show you guys that. Oh my god, we're going crazy there. Alright, so now it's a different archetype. That's why I decided to show all 3 videos. Last one is actually kind of short, you know, so spoiler alert a little bit. So what we really want to do is get a little bit of gold action. We thought that Thunder is pretty bad in this matchup, that's why we went ahead and just got rid of Thunder. But in hindsight, I'm not so sure if that's good, because without the Thunder, our Sheila is not as good, right? So now we just want to go ahead. We know there's going to be, probably just some of these annoying, we're going to burn that one down. Like slowly but surely we're going to burn him down. Burn the little golem guy. The golem guy is huge value, by the way. It's a 6 strength with a Gwent, and you get 2 carryover. That is insane. Especially with the heartbeat combo. Sometimes the heartbeat lands, you know, where it's supposed to land. That's crazy too. So, I'm sort of holding out on those knights because I'm waiting for his weather to appear. But it looks like he's having none of that shit. Alright, now I'm actually not so sure what to do. I can actually play the knight to protect my girl, but then he's not gonna weather if I do that. Well, but it doesn't matter. He has to weather somewhere, so I think that's fine. So just put it here, so it's more of like an anti-weather. If he wanted to, he's still probably gonna weather that row for some reason. Oh my god, that's pretty crazy though. So now I'm a little bit scared. We kind of want to scourge here because our Redanian Knights might become really big after all the weathering. So I'm thinking of like just doing the scourge here. I think it's good because scourge is not gonna find so much value in this matchup. That's fine. Let's just get our Bloody Baron really big and fat and juicy, right? So Clear Skies is a little bit going against what we are, right? Because we don't want to clear any of the skies. And once he plays those foglets, I think we just go ahead and do the Radovid situation, right? Also, I have to know for the newer players out there, if you're going first, you want to be staying ahead at all times. If you go second, you can afford to be losing in the tempo. It's fine. It actually matters a lot going first, going second. So now he does that. So I think we just go ahead and Radovid. Not so sure if we... I think we actually might misplay here, putting double into weather. It's a little bit weird. Yeah, if we do that, it's not that good. Because we want to keep the Redanian Knight to on the range row as well. Because like, we need to protect both rows. So it's like a protection against them. That's why if we encounter Frost, I think it's more effective for the opponent. Okay, just one of those kind of players. So as long as we have card advantage, you know, we're good. So I'm not so sure if we want to play on this row, but personally I don't think that's a good move. We should play on the other row. We should play it on the range row. It would make more sense, because then we play it. We fight against those, you know, range units. I think in hindsight we think it's not a very good idea. The good thing is that the armor activates before the weather. I'm not so sure if that is super intended. Weather activates... No, wait, does the weather activate first? I'm not so sure how the interaction works. It's really weird. But either way, it works in our favor, I feel. Yeah, it gets boosted first, I believe. Now that I think about it, it could be really weird. We'll see what happens here. I guess it gets boosted to 14. I think we go ahead and just, you know, we're just really scared of like, you know, yeah, I think we just go ahead and just thin our deck more. But I think we're scared of like Igni, but Igni is not gonna happen, right? This deck does not run Igni, most likely not. Okay, right, so he's getting a bunch of foglets, but there's no foglets, so it's kind of a bad play by him. I don't know what he's doing. So see, it becomes a 14 strength, right? So it gets boosted up, and then it gets hit by the 2 damage, which is pretty cool. Yeah, it always gets boosted up first, which is kind of strange, right? I thought weather could activate first. If it was play first, weather should be activated first or something. I think now we're in a good situation. Yeah, the interaction sometimes is just a little bit. So if he plays weather first and then we play the, I don't know, it's really weird. All right, so here we don't put, we take out something else, right? Yeah, actually we don't want to take. Actually, we could have taken out one card, but we decided not to be greedy here. Now it just feels good. Oh, see, now we don't have like something, so we might actually go for the see if we can get a Redanian Knight off this. Could feel very good. We could do Sheila into, yeah, I think that's what we do. We do Sheila so that we can draw a card, which is very nice. Oh, that is really strange. I was actually thinking we would do that. We would not clear the skies, but instead we do clear the skies, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. This just buffs our final card. That's what we're all about, buffing that final card, right? So I believe now we go for the villain Tresenberg and we'll see what he does. Obviously, Redanian Knight, if we feel that Redanian Knight is going to get hit, then we don't do it, right? But I don't know if Redanian Knight is going to proc first or villain Tresenberg gets proc first. I haven't played this deck enough to know the interactions there. But it's going to be useful for us to know. Villain Tresenberg is such a good golden dragon. Amazing. The animations. Too bad we have our Gwent tracker there. Kind of strange, huh? This is probably gonna lacerate on our whoa. Yeah. That's good, that's good. So I think now we just go ahead and hit the Mrs. Gravehag. See what he does here. See if he has to have an answer for that. So he probably plays like Wisdom Spirit or something. Yes, he does. That was to be expected, right? To be expected. So now we just pass. I believe we pass here and not play that. Because if we play that, it's going to get hit. So yeah, I think that's good enough. So we just pass. Because if we play this, it might actually just get killed, right? But he can pass. If we play that, he can pass, I think. Or maybe we go for science, but don't know what we're doing. Alright, yep, I think we just go and pass, yep. And I think that's a great play to pass there. Because for the last round, the weather monster's definitely not gonna have as much of this, you know. I think now we can see what happens. I think he has weather in hand. There's no way he does not have, right? So we probably just keep the Redanian Knight. And see, 19 strength is just amazing. I mean, we probably could have gotten it higher. But, you know, 19 strength is respectable. There's no point going overkill with, like, Triss, like Yen or something, you know. So now we can know, at least we know one interaction. I don't know about the villain Tresenberg interaction, though. So see, we play into weather, see what happens, right? Is it actually going to get damaged first, or is it going to get buffed first? See, now we know. Now we know. Oh, so that is actually kind of close. Much closer than expected, right? So see, it gets the armor first, which is so there. And then we win. Very close, but no sugar. By 1 point. Wow, we win by 1 point. Actually, no. I lied. More than 1 point. 3 points. Alright, we're pretty happy. And then we find out we actually am missing one MMR. No, one, no, 4 MMR, sorry, 4 MMR. It looks like we actually reached the 4K requirement there, but it's actually not. We actually still missing, yeah, 4 MMR. So we're like, what the hell? So now we have to play against another opponent. Of course, we win 3 of these in a row. And now we actually get matched up against, I think he's a Gentleman member, and at least used to be very famous, Mr. Donkuro himself. Yeah, I mean, it looks like Donkuro already got to the rank 19. He's now struggling a little bit. He's playing a deck. Look at his deck. He has 30 cards in his deck. So 30 cards, so it's a 40 card deck in total, I think. So it's a 40 card deck. I think we did not realize this at first. So it's also important when you're playing against Northern Realms to be aware of that. But yeah, we did get burned. So that's kind of good. Alright, so we're looking. Actually, this hand is pretty good. Could technically get another gold in there. So see, as long as we're Triss, we can open like this. Feels good. I think at this point in time we didn't know what kind of deck we're going up against, because we're not even paying attention there, which is kind of bad. All we know is we need to go and do the frost situations with our premium adept. These are good looking girls too. We actually make 03 premium. I'm not so sure if we made it already here. We're going to make 03 premium. Yeah. It's strange. He has a lot of these cards. So we're like, what the hell is going on? What the hell is going on? I think we just go ahead and use that. We could get a Redanian Knight or something. But what we really want to get is the adepts. These adepts are very good. Yep, and we get adepts right on cue. So I'm gonna kill these as much as possible to buff our Bloody Baron here. That's what we're doing, just buffing. Now he's getting a lot of buffs, so we're getting a little bit concerned here. Gotta keep his tempo off. I guess now we just go ahead and use our Venticle Venom, I guess. That's still pretty good. 10 strength value. And then let the then we can let the frost go to work, right? The other option would be to use our reinforcement to get another frost going, which I think we do later on in the game. So it just goes ahead and pass, so we can easily take this round. Well, not easily. We look at this and then we're like, okay, how much strength do we need? We actually only need 10 strength worth. Actually 9 strength, I believe. Well, it depends. It depends whether actually the Biting Frost hits for 3 or hits for 4. So I think we just go for Metabracket here. It feels good. Metabracket is gonna do the work. Do the job here. Yep. Go for it. As long as we gotta ping the 1 there, yeah. Just to get the full value. Alright. Just take the round easily like that. So now we're just gonna burn him out. We actually had to go first this round, and we're still doing very well. So now, this kind of situation, we don't want to mulligan anything, I believe. Because if we mulligan anything, we could get another gold. That could be kind of bad. Then we can't put Bloody Baron in the deck. So now we can put Bloody Baron back in. Feels good. And Roach is such a good card. It's a big tempo swing, plus we can kill a lot of things. And that's a very weird thing he just did right there. We don't really care too much about that, do we? I believe we can just go for Redanian Knight here. Should be able to get a lot of. And then he just GG'd. Easy game. Easy game. I don't know why he gave us so early. Doesn't make a lot of sense. But yeah, that's it. Alright. And we get that scraps. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. And see you guys next time.